Hey everyone, Bob here again. Our lesson for today is still on working with data. And topics I have included is sorting data, subtotalling and outlining data, and extracting data with filters. Okay, so once data has been entered as a list, Excel allows you to sort the data arranging rows in a particular order based on the contents of one or more columns. An Excel sort can be in ascending order with the lowest value at the top of the column, or in descending order with the highest value at the top. To sort a list of by one column, select any cell in the column and click the sort A to Z button on the data tab. So let's start the list in ascending order by employee, and just click B4 under the employee column, and then click the sort A to Z or A to Z, that one. Okay, so as you can see, the list has been sorted so that its employees' records appear together. So if you see Jean, they are paired together. Jess, they are paired together. And John, as well as Nick. Okay, and they are sorted alphabetically in alphabetical order. Now let's sort the list by second field, total revenue. We're gonna sort this one, total revenue column, so that within its employees record, the transactions with the highest total revenue will be listed at the top. A sort by more than one field is called a multi-level sort. So to perform a multi-level sort, access the sort dialog box. Just click the sort button in the sort and filter group. This one. Okay. So by default, Excel has selected the entire list to be sorted. If you had wanted to sort only part of the list, you could have selected those cells before opening the sort dialog box. You have already sorted the list in ascending order by employee as shown in the dialog box. So employee appears in the sort by text box. To perform a second sort, click the add level button and then select the appropriate field in the then by text box. So we're gonna click the add level button, this one, and then click then by drop down arrow, and then click total revenue right here. I hope you're following me. And then uh, now let's specify that Excel should sort total revenue in descending order. The other one is ascending order, the employee, but this time around the total revenue would be in descending order. So click the order drop down uh, arrow, okay, and then click the largest to smallest. That would be the descending order. Okay, and then click the OK button. This one. Okay. All right. So the list is now sorted by employee with its employees record sorted by total revenue. Okay. Once a list is sorted in this way, Excel offers a number of methods for displaying and summarizing the data. So let's learn one of those methods. We're gonna be doing the subtotalling and outlining data. So Excel data can be summarized using subtotals. So before you can subtotal a list, the list must be sorted by the field that will determine the divisions to be subtotaled, and then by the field that will be subtotaled. The sales list is already sorted by employee and total revenue as we did earlier, and so is set up to subtotal total revenue for each employee. Now access the subtotal dialog box. So click the subtotal button in the outline group. Here, the outline group, click this one. Okay. The first column has been selected by default as the basis for the subtotals. Okay. Since you want the total revenue for each employee, make the appropriate selection and close the dialog box. Okay, just click at each change here. Okay, and then click employee, this one, employee, and then click the OK button. We've done everything, so click OK button. All right. So a subtotal for each employee's total revenue is displayed on a separate line beneath the employee's records. Data displayed and summarized in this way is called an outline. So we're having an outline now. So let's learn about the hide detail level buttons. Then to hide all details, select detail level 2. So move the mouse pointer over each of the hide detail level button. This one. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So at detail level 2, only subtotals are displayed. This one. Only subtotals are displayed. Okay. Minus signs to the left of each employee's name have changed to pluses and can be used to display details for individual employees. So let's display the details for Jess and then hide them again. So Jess is this one. So we're gonna get the details of Jess by clicking this plus sign here. As you can see, it displays all the records of employee Jess. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna click the minus sign again to view the summary. Subtotals themselves can be hidden by selecting the third detail level, which will display only the grand total for all records. So click either the level 1, okay, or the minus sign. Okay, let me see it. Check again. Or the minus on this one. Okay, or the number 1. So if you're clicking the number 1, level 1, detail level 1, or minus sign, you're only displaying the grand total of the total revenue. Okay. So if you're going to click the level 3, this one, detail level button, it will display everything. Okay. So with the outline at detail level 3, all details once again are all visible. Okay. So we can now remove the subtotals using the subtotal dialog box. Okay. Just go to the subtotal and remove all. Okay. So in addition to Excel's ability to display and hide data by levels of detail, Excel can also hide or display records that meet specified criteria. So let's learn how this is done. Excel offers filtering tools that allow you to separate or extract partial data from a larger data set. Filtering tools can search for or display or hide specific records. So a tool called Query can also extract data from outside Excel. So let's learn to use filters. Autofilter allows you to extract data based on a number of built-in criteria. To apply autofilter to a list, select any cell in the list and activate the autofilter feature from the ribbon. So just click the filter button in the sort and filter group. This one. Okay. So you will notice that drop-down arrows have been added at the top of each column. So its arrow accesses a list of choices that can be used to restrict the records that display. So let's access the drop-down menu for the employee column. So just click the employee drop-down arrow, this one. Based on the data in the employee column, you can filter the data so records display for only a selected employee. So let's filter the list so that Jen's transaction will not be displayed. Okay. So click Gen. Okay, click Gen, and then click the OK button. So in effect, we're hiding the records of all the records of Gen. Okay, and showing only the records of Bob, Jess, John, and Nick with tick box. Click OK. Okay. So now remove the filter from the employee column and apply a filter that will display only the largest total revenue values. So click the employee drop down arrow. Okay. And then click select all. Click this one, select all. Now we are now displaying also Gen, all the records of all employees. So click the OK button. Okay. Then click the total revenue drop down arrow. This one. Then select numbers filters and then click top 10. Number filters, then top 10, this one. Okay. So this dialog box allows you to refine the filter. For example, instead of displaying the top 10 items, you could display the bottom 20% of values. So let's accept the default settings to display top 10 record. Just click the OK button. That means we're accepting the default. All right. So now let's apply a second filter to display only those of the top 10 revenue transactions for which the unit price is greater than or equal to $400. To do this, access the custom auto filter dialog box on the unit price column. Okay, just click unit price drop down arrow, that one. Okay, then select number filters, this one, and then click custom filter, this one. All right. Okay, then next select the appropriate operator. So what would be our operator? As I said earlier, it should be greater than or equal to $400. Okay. The and option or the or option can be used to add a second criterion to the custom autofilter. For this exercise, let's apply only the criterion that unit price is greater than or equal to. So we're not using the text box below the and or these two text boxes because we're only using one criterion, which is greater than or equal to $400. Okay, so type 400 and then click the OK button. And then click OK button right there. So the list now displays only the top 10 revenue transactions for which the unit price is greater than or equal to $400 here in the unit price. Equal than or is greater than or equal to $400. So 460, 410, 460. So it's greater than or equal to $400. So if you want the filtered view to be available later, you can save the view without saving a new workbook. To save the current view, access the custom views dialog box. Just click the view tab, this one, view tab, okay? And then click the custom views button, this one, okay? Okay, now add name and save the custom. Just add, click add, then you can add name. In my case, I would like to type the name as top sales 0406. Okay, top sales 0406. Okay, then click the OK button. Okay. So you can display the custom view anytime by selecting it from the custom views dialog box. Okay, let's see what happens. We select the custom views. As you can see, it's already here. So anytime you want to show it, you just go to the custom views select it, and then click the show, so that you will see this view in the custom views. Okay, so now we're gonna remove the auto filter. Okay, data, then remove the auto filter. Okay, so when you remove the auto filter, the original display will appear in your list. So auto filter has been removed from the sales list, which now displays as it did before the filter was applied. Okay, so you're going back to the original list. So that's it for now. Next lesson is for us to learn to apply one of Excel's advanced filters and query next time in my next lesson. In the meantime, if you like the lesson I have presented or I have just presented, please subscribe and hit the bell and all, so you'll be notified of my next lessons. And thank you for watching this.